Any business doesn't like change. I think it's really about embracing what you're trying to move forward and lead with, and to get the team fully on board. And printIQ has been an amazing success story for Positive. MISs I've used for decades. We go back a long time ago with the first one that we implemented many years ago, and after 33 years of being in the print industry, we've diversified into many different aspects for our clients, B2B predominantly, with online shops, digital printing, direct mail data processing, enclosing, finishing, and also large format fulfillment and logistics. And printIQ really come to the forefront in 2022 for us, where we were so diverse, we needed an MIS system that could join all of the dots up because of all of our services.
When I started in 2021 at Positive, we were using a very antiquated MIS system. It was, for me to be able to quote, was quite difficult. I'd have to ask questions constantly if I was doing a quote, making sure I'm using the right machine, the right number of sheets are pulling through, and all the costs are correct. And also, obviously, as soon as we send a job down or book it in, then I lose sight of anything, and it's just downstairs' problem. And if a client calls up, I can't tell them straight away where anything is. So then it was sort of, when the first conversations were happening with implementing a new software, we looked at many. But yeah, printIQ stood out because you could just bring everything into one place. You literally did join up every department, and I just saw the opportunity. Being able to have something like that in the business would help me personally, but then also didn't realise how much it would actually help everyone else too.
IQ were incredibly supportive. I was dealing with people in New Zealand, Australia, Canada, obviously the UK, Wales. The reason for that is because they actually put the individuals that had the experts in LIFO. That was one person. Another person would be the direct mail, and then obviously the large format. And then it was the implementation of how we could join the dots up with our online shops. And now we're really focusing on the workflow. So I think really in 2022, we knew we had to move to a new dynamic, and I'm pleased to say that we've got full trust in IQ. We have a great relationship with them. They're very proactive. They've got a great team. They are very busy, like us, but they do deliver. When we put a new press in, we talk about it, we understand what those dynamics are, and we ensure that we test internally before we implement anything. We speak to them of how we're going to do it. And I think the main plus is that, main plus and focus was that the CSMs were taking a lot of time estimating. We implemented a click button choices of estimating, and we knock a quote out now in seconds. Yes, we have very complex work in certain areas, up to, you can have a job, POS job that has 15 different components. It does it all in one. So I think it's really the streamline, but also looking at your team, understanding, okay, how can I make their life easier so they can service the client correctly?
Even though I was only in the business for a year, I was able to implement and bring every department together, but also it becomes so much easier for me to be able to quote, to be able to literally get a quote in 2 minutes and not have to think too much about it, and know that what I am quoting is correct.
It does take resource and it does take investment, but you have to look at the bigger picture of where you are now and where you can be in the future. For us, is that we knew that it was a long-term investment to be able to join other softwares into IQ, and we've invested, we moved from a current, an old supplier which had starting to have limits on their software on online shops, into Infigo, that we see as a leading software yet again, but then into the end focus with regards to the workflow. And part of that is actually saving you resource, even so much so with the bookkeeping, financial manager. They've really got hands-on. So yes, it can be scary along the way. It does take time, but if you put the effort in, you will soon get a return on investment. And the long-term investment, more than anything else, is that you can recruit younger people who can come into the industry, and they don't have to have 30 years of knowledge.
So another thing that's really handy is obviously our digital storefronts. We have hundreds of orders going out a week, and then somebody's calling up asking us where it is. We can then look on our MIS system to find out if it's been sent out, when it's been sent out, and then go and find a POD, or it makes it my life so much easier.
Production managers, the production team, people actually operating the presses, they have all of that information on one job. So there are no excuses for that job to go wrong. Yes, we do make mistakes, but I have to say it has been kept to a minimal with printIQ.
Straight away I can remember what it was like before, because beforehand, obviously I did have not as much print knowledge back then, but for me to be able to do a quote, I would have to ask, my manager questions all the time. And then if my manager wasn't there, I'd have to ask downstairs, but then when they're busy, they don't have time to sit with me to be doing, a quote that really shouldn't be taking me that long, but because I haven't got the knowledge, I need them, which isn't good for me or them, because I'm having to wait, and it's the speed of doing things and getting back to our clients. It could take a day just for me to do one quote because I need a few people to ask questions. Whereas now, having printIQ, I can go on there, the questions are there that I need, the drop downs, it's all on one URL page. I can look back at previous jobs to find out what was done there, how long it was taken downstairs. They can time their production and hand finishing, and I can be like, right, okay, that took them 2 hours, this is double the quantity, I know that I should be allowing 4 hours, and I can do that within half an hour.
The biggest challenge for us was time, where a lot of the MIS systems could be implemented for a LIFO focused print business. They weren't focused on the different dynamics of what we do. We basically saw the success in printIQ, where the journey really does start from the inquiry all the way through to the delivery note and invoice. It saved a huge amount of hours, and also anybody can get on that iPad and know exactly where that job is at any time. And I think that's great for the CSMs, it's great for finance, it's great for sales, and they're always evolving. So I think the real success has been about not only keeping up with printIQ, but also embracing it. And that does take time, but it really does pay off.
The future obviously for us is, we have such huge capacity here, so it's filling it with all the work we're currently doing. If it's POS, if it's digital work, our digital storefronts, all our online sites for our clients, it's what we know and what we love. But recently we have stepped into the B2C market, which is something we would never have been able to do without printIQ and Infigo, as it's something that's been in the pipeline for years and years, but now we felt it's the right time. So yeah, the future just is keep doing what we do best, but then also opening doors in that B2C market and sort of getting in those orders that we don't have to do anything for, removing the manual intervention, and getting the constant sort of orders coming through with the software and technology we have today gives us that ability. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it can take us.